I'm making sort of a commentary track type thing for Make a Video winterVA because this video took 2 months of my time to make and was also like a collaborative effort with other people. There will obviously be the bloopers that go up later once I have Aiden's approval to, actually upload them. And yeah, I'll just give sort of, I'll talk about any insider secrets about what went on and with the making of Make a Video. Yeah, we're gonna start. We're gonna start Make a Video winterVA. Let's go, chat.
This is the story of a person who, for over a year at this point, has spent 3 hours, 51 minutes, and 46 seconds talking
This voiceover from Astrid was the last thing to be added to the video.
Seem to be harmless,
and up until then,
has happened, and I mean some.
It was placeholder that I recorded myself.
She literally
on my
lost
laptop's default mic, and it was kind of funnier that
Star
way.
Wars game.
Just because of how bad the mic was.
Because she tried selling paper water bottles. She was put through a court
I don't know
case
why I
over
used all the frames I did
even
here.
got attacked by
I don't know
rogue
why I
narrator
messed up
who
the
is
blur
definitely
here.
Not me.
Weird
Think
choice
there's
on
very
my
little
part
else that could happen,
to
right?
not fix that.
Wrong! Winter is about to learn a valuable lesson about... I don't know, I can't see the future just because I'm the narrator. Who the hell do you think I am? God? No! Winter already had a run-in with God. Jesus Christ, people these days have no idea how to treat narrators.
Did somebody say my son's name in vain?
Okay, so, for Misty's line as God in this video, I feel kind of bad about it because this line was added after the rest of the script was already finished, including the part, including Astrid's part about me having a run-in with God. So Misty got a single line that was added very last minute, and I do feel kind of bad for that. And just because of that, I need to do an episode in the future where God has a reason to make an appearance, because I just feel bad. We've made sort of a joke about it where Misty, whenever I give them something to read in a video now, just says, "Oh, finally, my second line." And I think it's funny, but I do genuinely feel bad about it, that, like, they deserve better. Also, I hate this. This was shot very last minute, and I almost entirely forgot my line and just did not bother to learn my line before recording it. Also, my glasses are broken here.
That's weird.
My glasses are broken.
Off, I'm going back to sleep.
Look at that. No, look at that. Look right fucking here. I don't know if my mouse is actually visible, but you can just see that one of the fucking things is off the glasses. It bothers me. I should have reshot this. This was my second time shooting this scene, though, and you gotta understand, that really starts to wear on you when you have to record the same scene multiple times. I don't know. It's just like... it's rough. I wish I had redone this scene. This is definitely one of my least favorite parts of the video, is just this part of me waking up. Also, like, I didn't shave. It just looks awful, man. Have the devil in an episode. Good idea.
Well, now I'm up. What do you want?
What do I want?
Wait, no, that wasn't you. You're just a camera. That was the I'm mad about poncho customization alarm, which means... Oh, God!
So basically, I needed a reason to bring everybody who appeared in the season before back. Including Amber's a Star Wars fan who wants to murder me. I needed a reason to bring back the Miami Christian Counseling Hotline. I needed a reason to bring back Judge Your Opinions. Because I decided I wanted everyone to return in this episode without actually thinking about what they would do in the video. I also wanted to have Aiden and Cosmo in the video just because I want them in the video. And I'm happy with the way that I included everyone except for Misty, obviously. But, like, I don't know. It was just, like, it was a weird thing where I had to write it with the prerequisite of including everyone.
And another thing, Kathleen Kennedy hasn't even met Luke Skywalker. I know Luke Skywalker.
So for that part, Amber actually fumbled the line at the end there because she was supposed to go on past "I know Luke Skywalker." She was supposed to say like, "I know Luke Skywalker," and he wouldn't even think about touching an alien cow things, and then I would cut her off. But she fumbled the line, and honestly, with me, making fun of the way Star Wars fans hate Luke Skywalker in the sequel trilogy, it's sort of the entire joke for me. So even just bringing up Luke Skywalker was enough for me. So I didn't have her retake the line because I gave Amber a lot of like bullshit long lines. If you do go through with it, can I try voicing him? Yeah, go for it. If I do it.
Oh, no, you get out of my house!
Oh, oops, you weren't.
Oh yeah, Aiden in the background here was initially a mistake because he just like fumbled into the shot while we were filming, but I thought it was funnier if he was just standing in the background just looking. It doesn't make any sense why he's there, but I just thought it was funny, and it is funny.
You know I was here. I was going to kill you in your sleep. Kind of like my idol, Darth Sidious.
So kind of like my idol Darth Sidious there, it got kind of cut off because the music was too loud, which happens multiple times in this video because, again, I'm terrible at mixing audio and I didn't want to wait for someone else to do it.
Your entire personality that you like Star Wars?
Oh, hell no. I hate Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars fan, after all.
That's a funny
Why
joke.
is the camera set up? You were going to record yourself murdering me? In my sleep?
So there was initially more to that line. I'm not going to say what the more to that line was because it could lead you to look something up that I don't want you looking up, but that's also why it was removed.
Well, when you put it like that...
Anyways,
I slammed the door way harder than I was
guess
expecting
have
to.
talk about something now that this whole thing has started, but what do I talk about? I don't have any plans or anything. Oh, I have an idea.
Hello, thank you for calling the Miami Christian Council.
This is all I could think of to
Hey,
bring up
what's
the
wrong
Miami
with
Christian
that?
Counseling Hotline.
What?
I thought the question was pretty clear.
Do you know what this hotline is for?
By the way, Abby has the best voice
Well, I
for this
require
role.
counsel. What should
She
I do
sounds like a phone
What do you want me
operator.
to say so I can hang
I don't
up?
know how
I'm
else to
only
explain
making
it, she
$3
just
an hour to
does.
answer these phone calls.
then? Well, I think it would be cool if you told me to make a video, you know, like with a
With and everything. I
Make a
remember these lines
video.
by heart. They hung
They
up.
hung up.
Well, that really wasn't that
Well,
helpful.
that really wasn't that helpful.
See? I know them by heart. I use Mario Odyssey music here because it's very, like, showy music, which I really love. I don't give the Mario Odyssey soundtrack as much, like, attention as I should. It's really fucking good. Also, I got way more mileage out of this compilation of thumbnails than I ever should have. I used this 3 times in the video, and then 2 times to
Hi, I'm
tease the
Winter,
video.
and oh boy, it's that time.
And I think
of
that's
the
really
weekend,
funny.
the time when I have to sit down and get to work, and you know what I'm talking about, making a video. And to do that, I have to I don't know. I kind of forgot how this whole process works, so I guess we'll just start from the beginning and go from there. Video
Good idea.
making, it's a great hobby.
Okay, so this is my recommended, apparently. I watched Going to Too Many Games 2022. I was so tempted for this thumbnail to write, like, to just, like, write out with my handwriting, this one's wrong, and then have an arrow pointing to it. Because I didn't watch the video, but I fucking hate videos that have titles like this. It's just, there's no way you watched Spider-Man No Way Home as a Spider-Man fan and didn't enjoy it. There's no way this isn't like a contrarian sort of video, you know? It's like, ugh. No, nothing against Nutsa, obviously, if you're watching this. Don't go harass Nutsa, but Jesus.
Person with hobbies.
That's me!
When it comes to
Also,
video making, it's a great hobby for
if
the
I can
person
get back
with
to that
hobbies.
point.
That's
Me holding up Jillian Michaels' Fitness Ultimatum 2009 here was not scripted. I just thought that would make the joke funnier.
me!
When it comes to making videos, I see a lot of people talking about wanting to do it, but 90% of the time I never really
This is
see
just
them actively.
footage
There's
of
always
me
an excuse
using
on why
Windows
they won't
Video
do it,
Editor
and most of the time those
without
excuses amount
actually
to, I'm just
like
nervous.
showing me editing
and
the
really,
video.
that's fine. I get it.
And I just use game footage to fill any space.
Here, that's a perfectly reasonable thing to be nervous about. But at the same time, you're looking into this.
So in the video, in the timeline, it just like there were a lot of empty spaces where I didn't have anything else to include, so I would just use
making
game
videos is one of
footage
those
from
things
various
where you
games.
really never know until you try. I started making videos on a channel
This
that I don't
is
feel
a video
comfortable
from
sharing
an
because
old
I don't
channel
have
of mine.
access to it anymore,
This
but
is
my
me when I
second
was, like,
YouTube channel was called
9 years old,
Elkebra
probably.
115. This was where I was going to share my
And
true
Elkebra
highlights
115
from
is now
Let's
winterNet,
Plays.
which is where I
And while
post
those
Let's
old
Plays
videos
to this
have long
day.
since been removed, and the channel itself has become what is now
This
the
was my
current
Pokemon
Pokemon
X
Center Pokemon
Wonderlock,
Inspired
and this is my
Let's
current
Plays.
Pokemon
Trust me when I
White
say
Let's Play.
it was a rough start. But at the same time, if I hadn't started back then when I felt truly inspired by something
This was a Let's Play I did of Subspace
I wouldn't be
Emissary a
here
very
now.
long time
I
ago.
didn't
This was
care
filmed
about
with my
equipment
3DS.
or anything back then. I was just using my cheap laptop, a cheap camera my grandma had gotten me for Christmas a few years back, an iPod Touch, and Windows Movie Maker.
The iPod
And really,
Touch.
that's all I needed. I
remember
was
that.
happy with that. But, oh god, looking back now, I want to punch the twerp who thought it would be a good idea to edit in Windows Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker is
don't
a
punch
rough piece
twerps
of
who use
software
Windows
that even
Movie Maker, by
Microsoft
the
wants
way.
to forget they supported now. It was the stock video editing program that came with
This
most
is
Windows
just
computers
random
back in the day.
tutorial footage
These
that I
days,
found
Movie Maker's
online
been made
because
into a
I
Windows
didn't
10
want
app
to
that's just
find
called
Windows
Video
Movie Maker
Editor.
just to get
Let's see
footage
what I
of
can
it.
make with
I
those
don't remember
now that
who I
have
took it
experienced
from,
some
but
more
if you look up
competent
Windows Movie Maker
applications.
tutorial, it's probably one of the ones up there. You won't get this reference if you haven't watched my Wii Sports Nuzlocke.
It's just like I'm at the movie theater.
Getting a bit more modern, I switched over to Hit Film 3 Express for a while.
I actually did use
HitFilm
this for
is a
parts of
free
this video that
editing
we'll talk about when we
application
get to
that's
them.
actually incredibly advanced for its price.
HitFilm is very
You
good
know,
if you're
nothing.
getting into
Or
video
$500
making.
sometimes when it feels
It's
like
free and
To
it
be
gives you more
completely
room
honest,
than
I still have
Windows Movie
no
Maker.
idea how to use HitFilm. I used this for years just because it was
And
free
these are
it gave me
tutorials
more
that
room than
FX
Movie
Home has on their
Maker did.
YouTube channel for
But HitFilm really
HitFilm.
wasn't made for the things I used it for. No, HitFilm was made for actual filmmakers. They have all these add-ons for actual VFX that I never used.
It is
although
very
I did
much
actually
more of a
plan on using it
VFX
for a
program
project
than an
not too
editing
long ago.
program, but
That just
you
didn't
can
work
edit.
out because my computer at the time literally couldn't run HitFilm.
And yeah, I was going to
Do
use
I
HitFilm to
recommend
edit
HitFilm?
Jedi Fallen Order too.
Definitely not for starting out. You're not going to be taught how it works in any film class. Those
This is
primarily
actual
teach
footage of
Adobe
me using
Premiere. While
HitFilm.
HitFilm has a lot of extremely
I don't know why
helpful
the
tutorials on their own
effects
YouTube
layer
channel.
is actually visible
I
there.
don't know,
It'd
it's
be
just
faster
too
if it
complicated
wasn't.
for me. So what do I use now?
Whatever.
Well, the industry standard would probably be either Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro, or
Yep.
even DaVinci Resolve,
Yep.
but I'm still sticking with Vegas. See, the thing
Gotta
with
love
editing
Vegas.
programs is,
Pain in
my
the ass to
experience at
use,
least,
but
once you learn how to use one,
it's
it
simple.
becomes incredibly
Easy to
difficult
learn.
try and learn another.
Sort of.
I've tried to learn Adobe
I don't know.
Premiere.
I've
but
had a
it's
few
just
years
way
with
more
Vegas at this
complicated
point,
than
but it was an
Vegas.
easy one for me to
I
learn
don't
at
want
least.
to bore you with video editing speak for too long.
I actually want to say now, a big point of this video was to make people want to make videos, like just to show people that like it's not that hard. Like the hardest part is learning to edit, really, and even that can be learned relatively easily as long as you're dedicated enough to it. Because I genuinely do see people be like, oh, I want to make videos, but I'm just waiting to have the proper equipment and stuff. And 90% of the time, that is just an excuse. You edit videos with iMovie, that's perfectly fine. If iMovie works for you, use iMovie. There's nothing wrong with editing in Windows Movie Maker either. It's like, do what you want to do. It's that simple. If you want to make videos, just do it. You aren't going to know if you enjoy it until you do it. That was the whole point of this video.
Instead, I'll bore you with the other stuff I'm currently using.
Aiden asked me to switch instead I'll bore you with the other stuff I'm using to instead I'll regale you with the other stuff I'm using. And I did switch it in the script, but I also recorded both lines because I still felt like instead I'll bore you kind of, was funnier. Because Aiden said it kind of puts people off from watching a video if like you're saying you're boring someone, then they'll start to believe it. And I kind of understand that, but also, it's just part of the joke.
For filming live action stuff, I'm currently using this Canon PowerShot SX620 that I bought at Target for an amount of money that I'm not going to disclose.
It was
Now,
like
this
$400,
really isn't a
$500.
great camera. It works for what I use it for, sometimes, but it's definitely miles below what I would prefer to be using.
Only draw using
But,
MS
like,
Paint? That's completely fine.
Cameras are expensive, so
MS
give me a
Paint is
break on
fun.
this one. As for audio, I'm currently using a Blue Yeti Nano for all the audio in my
That is
videos.
what I'm using
It's like a
currently.
Blue Yeti, but
I
Nano.
still have an XLR
This
mic. I'm
literally fills
just
the
like,
role of everything I need in terms
I want
of
the
audio
fire
recording at
hazard.
the moment. Yeah, I might have voice actress in my username, but for a while there I was taking a break from voice acting and actual voice acting related projects. And
Not anymore, by the way. Trying to get back into it. It's just like, you know, rusty. But I do want to get back into voice acting related stuff at some point, you know. I just gotta find something to voice that like feels like a fit for the channel or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
if you're not doing actual professional voice
This
work,
Spider-Man footage is
these
awful.
microphones are just a cheaper and less
Oh.
fire hazard creative.
Yeah, by the way, I recorded all of Spider-Man with
I won't lie, I'm no
Cosmo.
audio
Well,
expert. It's never
I'll
really
edit
been
it
my
at some
strong suit,
point.
but
It's just a
in
lot
my
of footage to
opinion,
go through.
This works just fine.
That's not to say your equipment matters at all, though. You can start recording or streaming or whatever the hell all on your phone these days, and hell, you can even edit on this thing if you hate yourself.
There was originally going to be a clip before the next voiceover segment after I say this of someone like in the corner like crouched down over their phone editing a video, and then they turn to the camera and say, "I do!" You know, in response to, you can even edit on this if you hate yourself. But I didn't have anyone to fill that role. There was someone I wanted to do it, but I'm too nervous to ask them. So I didn't.
A lot of people say they're putting off starting on making videos until they have the best possible equipment and everything.
Oh,
But
here's what I literally just
I don't
said.
know, that's just stupid if you ask me. And all the time you're spending saving up and buying all this equipment, that's more time that you weren't spending learning and improving.
But anyway, that is enough of that boring stuff. It's time to decide what topic we're going to talk about today. Let's open up to a random page here. Seems we could talk about Yoshi's Island or tax evasion.
There is nothing written on that page. I literally just buy journals sometimes because I think, oh, I'll use this for something YouTube related, and then I never do.
What's the difference between those two things again?
Good
Choosing
question,
a
me.
topic sucks. It's genuinely one of the hardest parts of the
I don't know why I
process
used
for me.
the Everyone Is
Now,
Here
I have a
trailer
list
for
of
this.
well over 200
I guess it kinda
ideas
makes
for
sense,
topics
but
that I wrote
this is
during
a real
7 hours
list.
at my first job, but
I don't know what
sometimes
was crossed out.
I just
on
don't
all
really want
this.
to make any of these. When that happens, it's time to look over at the game shelf.
I have finally chosen a topic for the first episode of season 2. That took me a while.
Task. Main way I've chosen topics lately is by putting it through this simple series of questions.
The winterVA
Is it
test.
something I have enough to say about to put into video form? Look, I could play through all of Barnyard for the GameCube and Wii and PS2 and Windows and Game Boy Advance 4,000 times, and I still couldn't make a decent video out of it.
Okay. Aiden, first of all, made me buy a frame and a print of Barnyard's box art for the single joke. I spent like $10 for a 5-second clip of me saying, "Hey, true art really does leave you speechless sometimes," like this, watch.
Hey, true art does leave you speechless sometimes.
I spent $10 on that one joke because of Aiden. Bless his heart, obviously. He helped write this video, and like excuse me. I'm sorry, that's my bad. Getting used to new pronouns. It's not easy even for actual trans people. I say that like I'm saying they're not. I'm trying my best here. That was just a slip of the tongue. Whatever. Yeah, I spent $10 on this joke thanks to them. But yeah. Also, I have never played Barnyard for the GameCube and Wii and PS2 and Xbox and Windows. I forgot all the consoles. Game Boy Advance. That's footage of a Let's Play of the game that I found, and I was astonished that there exists a Let's Play of Barnyard.
If I can't make a decent video out of it, it's not getting made. I don't really count.
Me showing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu footage here is kind of a reference because that was going to be my first Pokemon Let's Play in the new era of Winternet, but I hated the way the videos came out, so I decided to do Pokemon White instead.
One of my videos being a certain length because I feel like that limits creativity in terms of actually making something.
Hence almost
But I'm
every
also
episode
not
of the
going
show
to
being
talk
under
about a
10
game if
minutes.
All I have to say about it is, wow, this video game is good.
Unless we're talking about Mario Sunshine. I f***ing love Mario.
Ever played Revenge of the
Second
Sith
thing
for
to
the
ask is,
PS2? I
am I
love that
making
game.
something
I played the
that I
first
would
level at
enjoy?
one point. It was
If you
good.
wouldn't watch a video on a
I feel like the
topic, then-
multiplayer is the real thing you go
Well,
to that
goddamn, you're
game
going
for.
to hate the editing process. Look, with my newer videos, I can go back and watch those and stay relatively entertained the whole time. It's awesome. But then I
Works
go
on
back to my
3DS
older
is one of
videos
my
in the
favorite
series
episodes that I've made.
and, man, what was I doing up there? Bottom line is, if you wouldn't watch a video on a
This
topic, you
footage
can't
is
assume
rough.
that others will.
I'm using this
Now,
for a future
hey, maybe your
reset
topic is
video.
something totally wild and wacky. Hey, I get it. Sometimes I have the urge to talk about Chicken
Ugh.
Shoot on Wii for 40 minutes too.
Chicken Shoot.
There's nothing
I found a
wrong with
40-minute playthrough of the
Hell,
whole
don't even
game.
take my method here as gospel. Sometimes you
I
might
didn't
wanna
get
put
a lot of
something
this
out there just
footage.
because it'd fill a niche that you don't see filled
Do you ever
elsewhere.
play PC
But
games or
remember,
not?
when you do something
Occasionally.
just to fill a niche,
Not
you
very
know that
often,
Crave
but-
Entertainment's the Bible game, and you wouldn't want to live with yourself knowing that you made something
The
comparable
Bible
to that.
game.
So yeah,
I haven't
all
played
your
that
equipment
either.
and software ready, and you know what you want to spend the next 3 months worrying about, and hey, maybe you've even written a script.
For season 2, I'm
That
going to be
means it's
trying
time
to use
start
my own
filming
footage a
and
lot
recording
more.
voiceover. My main advice for filming is to learn the rule of thirds and follow it religiously. The rule of thirds
True.
is basically this.
That's true.
Imagine these grid lines over the display
Even if you're
on the
making
camera.
machinimas in
All the
games or
important
something,
parts of your
remember the
shot
rule
should
of
be on one
thirds.
of the
It's
points where
so
all the grid lines
important.
intersect. If you're setting center frame for the whole video, it just feels unsettling. Now, if you're sitting bottom left frame for the whole video, that's a different story. Learning blocking doesn't necessarily come naturally. I mean, hell, I'm still trying to figure this stuff out myself.
True.
You will kick
Oh, I'm
yourself
so
in
bad
the
at the rule of
The
thirds,
rest
but
of it is as simple as
it's
performing
still so
based on your
important.
script, though. I generally memorize lines while I'm filming and then give a few takes to the camera for me to choose from later in editing. Don't get me started on how many times I have to say, "Hi, I'm Winter,"
Okay, I say don't get me started on how many times I have to say hi, I'm Winter before it feels right, but realistically, I do not say hi, I'm Winter that many times before I get it right. It's more just I mess up the line after hi, I'm Winter, and then I have to say hi, I'm Winter immediately afterwards. Hi, I'm Winter is pretty damn easy to get right on the first try.
before it feels right sometimes. Filming is also a good time to try to get any B-roll you're going to need. Are you going to need footage of yourself using the DSi? Get footage of that now while you're already filming stuff. Need footage of Wii Sports between your couch's cushions? Get footage of that now while you're already filming stuff.
This
It
is all
saves a
old B-roll
ton of
from other
time that you lose
videos.
by doing it later.
But it is important to
Pretty
get
much
B-roll
all
while
for
you're
filming.
already
I don't
filming.
mean to come across
I actually
as a
didn't take my
tutorial
own
or anything,
advice
but
for this
dear
video,
God,
though. I didn't
please
get my
remember
B-roll
the
until
rule of
later.
thirds. You look terrifying in center frame.
Editing is where you really know if you're going to enjoy
This is footage of me
stuff.
editing
I
a later
start by
part of
making
this
sort of a
video, which
skeleton
creates
of the
serious
video. I put the
timeline
intro,
issues for
live
this
action footage,
series.
and voiceover wherever it's going to need to be before I start dropping any extra stuff in. This way I can focus on only dropping in footage, and then only dropping in music, and then only dropping in sensor
The
bleeds.
rule
for
of
all
thirds is
the
where the
keyframes.
denominator is 3 goes
There's
on.
also the part of
Is
the
that
editing
every
that
fraction where the
everybody
denominator is 3 goes on
dreads.
forever. That's a
Keyframing.
different rule of thirds.
Basically, if you see an image or something move in a video, that's keyframing, and it sucks.
Yeah, that
It can take
that was actually
absolutely
easy
forever
keyframing.
if
It's
you have a
easier when
project
you
that
don't
has a
have
lot
to
of
make
moving
it move
parts,
to
because
any
you pretty much
particular
have
spot.
to manually adjust every frame to make sure the thing is where it needs to be. I've definitely
That particular
been lazy
section of
about
4
this
images
the
was a
past,
pain in the
although I think
ass,
I've
though,
gotten
'cause some of
better
the
in
box
recent
art was
days.
bigger than
There is
others.
very little in this process that can be considered more tedious than editing. I personally love editing.
No fun for me, thanks.
But
True.
there's no doubt in my mind that is most people's least favorite part of the
Oh, this is an
process.
earlier part
But
of me
even
editing the
still,
same
this
thing
isn't
as
the part that you
earlier.
had to be the most prepared for. Once your video is done and
Well,
rendered and you
here's
put it
the
out on
big
internet
part,
for everyone to
everybody.
see,
Folks,
that's when you need to get ready.
I think it goes without saying. I show Mew3's comment here. Mew3's comment is still up on my channel. Do not harass Mew3 about this comment. This comment was just used as an example to make a point. I should have probably hidden the profile picture in the username. I didn't. Do not harass Mew3.
See, the thing about making videos is that it can't come from nowhere.
This is Borderline
Your style
Forever
is
by
bound to
Scott
be
the Woz.
reminiscent of someone else whose videos you enjoy, and with that fact, come the comments. Look, man, I get it. My videos are similar to Scott the Woz. There, I said it out loud. Does that mean I'm not allowed to make these videos?
No!
Does that mean my videos can just be melted down to Scott the Woz clone?
No!
I have been
I
dealing
hate the
with
way
these
I say no
comments
in
since
this.
episode 1. And while I think it's okay when someone comments something like, "Oh, this is kind of similar to Scott the Woz,"
Most
so
of these
cool,
are
or something
good
like
comments
that,
about it,
is
by
an
the way.
entirely different story
Just so you
when
know,
accounts
these
named
are
after
good
a clone
comments
of a clone
about
of a
this.
Pokemon. Comments that I
This
invoked,
one
the
comment
fifth
inspired
Scott
this
the
whole
Woz
thing.
clone they've seen this month. Okay, how is that constructed?
And also, I'm
in
playing up
any
the
way?
like
What am I
rage in my
supposed to
voice
do
for this
with
part of
that?
the video. I
Here's
was
the thing.
not this
Art is
upset.
derivative. All art. Not just actual artwork made by talented artists, but I hate to say it, yes,
Yeah,
even the
I get it.
masterpiece known as Barnyard on GameCube and Wii and PS2 and
This-
Windows
this
and
whole
Boy Advance
series
is
started
derivative
as a
of
Scott
works
the
of
Woz
art that came
parody.
before it.
Like,
But
the
are
original
comments
name of the
gonna
show
get
was
that?
Winter the
No,
Woo.
they see something remotely similar to something they like and they have to point it out.
What now?
Whoa, having a meltdown over here?
Shout out to Aiden for filming his
Why are
entire,
you on my
their
computer
entire
screen?
part
Well,
in one sitting.
because, oh wait!
We got through
because
every
you're on
single
trial
line in
again.
one
That's
sitting.
twice this year.
And then I had to
You.
refilm mine
What
because
am
my
I being
mic was messing
charged
up.
with this time?
You are charged for being a Scott the Woz clone.
I plead the fifth.
This is an American court.
They messed up the line there, sort of. They didn't, but it was unclear what they were saying. They're supposed to say this isn't American court, this isn't an American court, but they said this isn't American instead of this isn't an American. So it's just, it sounds like this is American court, which makes the joke not make sense. The other 4 Scott the Woz clones are Winter's side channels. No, I'm sure one of them's probably someone who I take inspiration from, that guy who games. Maybe Indy Jacob. I can think of a few others. But, yeah. Basically, don't say that shit to people. Don't call them a clone of another person just because they make similar content, because that is genuinely just belittling their content in a way that does not only, like, affect them, but it will affect the way other people perceive their content. I plead the fifth. Scott the Woz clone this month. True.
A tax haven somewhere. Look at the fact. You both have borders around all of your videos. You both use a ton of cutaway
Also, shout out to
shots
Aiden for
based
writing this
on
down on the
tropes.
whiteboard just to have a
You both
prop.
have
I did
brown
not
hair,
ask them to do
glasses
that.
are white.
They wrote that before we even started.
Oh shit, I am white.
And that's
All
my
of
favorite
the
joke in the
evidence
video.
Making you look pretty guilty here.
Okay, look, Your Honor. I won't deny that there are some similarities.
I
But those similarities don't devalue the fact that this
I'm
is
really just
my
showing you how
show.
many times I had to
write my
watch
own
this in
jokes, I
editing.
talk about whatever topics I want to talk about, and everybody uses cutaway gags these days.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of like that time
Kinda
I was
like that
on
one
the
time
party
was
and
at
then I
the
cut away to
Titanic,
the time when I
and then
shot
cut away to
Lincoln.
that other time when I shot Lincoln.
If we had the budget, we would absolutely get footage of Aiden shooting Lincoln. We didn't have the budget, unfortunately, but if we did, that would be something that existed.
Sure.
Sure.
So
what's the verdict, Your Honor?
You know what? Let's just ditch the border. It's not really adding anything to the content, and let's be real, it's kind of inviting the Scott the Woz clone comments.
Look at it,
True.
Your Honor. The border is so pink, and it's a rectangle too.
That's not
Jesus
wrong.
Christ. Did you want a verdict or a guilty verdict? Make up your mind.
Okay, fine. I'll ditch the border. Just give me a chance to say goodbye.
It is literally just a PNG.
Confirmable
PNG
fact.
in my heart.
Okay, look, you can say goodbye to your
I could look
stupid
for the PNG if I wanted.
but you don't really have long. One of my bailiffs is on his
I
way
don't
to
want
take
that.
out that border.
I thought you were in a tax haven somewhere.
Oh, we have bailiffs everywhere.
You're never
You're never
really
really
safe
safe
from the court of
From the
public
court of
opinion.
public opinion.
Remember that. I'll do it for free. I'll put on an Aiden mask and film myself shooting Lincoln. Go for it. We'll release the extended edition.
Now! Whoa, what's going on? Okay, this is going to sound
That not now
ridiculous,
had to
and
be
I know
shot
I
a few
absolutely
times
no
because
reason
she
to
kept
confide in you,
laughing.
But you know the pink border?
Oh yeah, the reason you got the Woz clone, right?
Were you eavesdropping? You literally have your window open. I couldn't help myself.
So there was a plan that I had to get a shot of Amber just outside the window while I was just yelling at Judge Your Opinions, sort of muffled, and then she couldn't hear Judge Your Opinions because of the, I was wearing headphones, and I am right now too, but yeah, we just didn't think of it, so I didn't get that shot.
God, I really...
Is the PNG for the border fully filled in behind the video, or is that just the outline? There's actually 2 separate images that make up the border. There is the outline of the border, which is completely separate, just so it can go over things, and whenever there's keyframed images or anything going off screen, they go behind the border. But then there's also the background, just in case the border isn't big enough, so there's like some black underneath. Just because I wasn't paying super close attention to the border when I was making it. So it's technically 2 images, but the border itself is just a PNG with a very large transparent rectangle in the middle. Really gotta close that thing.
Look, there's no need to cry. The border may have to go.
Oh, by the way, I fucked up here. This is blurred for a reason, and it was not blurred until after the video went live. And that's all I'm gonna say.
It will be with you in spirit, right?
I'm gonna
be haunted? Forever.
Forever.
God damn, that sucks.
I may want nothing more than to kill you, but I'm willing to set aside our differences in order to put this thing to rest.
Thanks.
I really liked making a video with more of a plot like this because it gave me a chance to use Xenoblade music in a video.
It's been a wild 3 hours, 51 minutes, and 46 seconds.
That was the exact length of the winterVA show playlist before this video went up. That's not how long the video, like, that's not how long it's been up until this point technically, because that's counting end screens, and it's counting the entirety of this video up to this point. But that is exactly how long the winterVA show playlist was before this video went up.
Give or take a few.
Which is why I said give or take a few.
My
Don't know why this was so zoomed in. That was just, like, we even brought it up when I was looking at the video to make the bloopers, and I just didn't change it.
Anyone else's life?
So this is just super zoomed in for no reason.
Okay.
I say what or now what here, even though you can't hear it over the SpongeBob Stinger sound.
And I'm here to kill your border. God, you bailiffs travel fast.
Shout out to
Thank
Aiden.
you. I've got Disney Fast Pass.
We're in Michigan.
True. Death by firing squad?
There were 2 lines that got cut there because I forgot to film my line, and then Aiden filmed his, but yeah, there was a line that got cut there where I said something, and then I don't remember what the lines were. I'd have to look at the script, but, you know, yeah.
You know a better way to kill a border? Be my guest. I've seen this before.
So that effect, that is the Smash Bros. 4 knockout effect, but the way I made the border go away is I just faded it out for 3 seconds and then made the video, or 3 frames, and then made the video zoom in. And then the explosion plays immediately after that. And I did color correct it to be pink like the border, but yeah. I think it's a funny reference.
Why are you
Because
getting
I'm
rid of
allowed
the
to make a
border this
reference, chat.
way? If you have it, but that made you a Scott the Woz clone, but the way you're doing the getting rid of. Stop!
Okay,
Why are
so
you
this
getting rid
line,
of the border Why are you
this
getting rid of
line
the
was
border
another
this
fumble,
way?
but
If you
she
have
seemed
it,
more
but that
confused
makes-
about it while
that made
messing
you a
up
Scott
the
the Woz
lines,
clone,
so
the
we
way
just
you're
decided
doing
it was good.
the getting rid of.
Stop! I can make a reference here. It's allowed. And look around. It's completely
I
boring.
got the blocking wrong here, so I'm
No
looking
pink
behind me for no
whatsoever.
reason.
Well, my work here is done.
Aiden wasn't supposed to walk away, but that made for a funnier joke.
Well, I hope you got some closure.
You know, I think I did. And I also think this was for the best.
Alright. So this character says their name one time in the whole video, but this character's name is Seymour News, and the person who played this character was Cosmo. I fucking love Cosmo. Cosmo is so powerful, chat. Just look at Cosmo. Look at Cosmo and tell me this isn't the most powerful being you've ever seen. Cosmo, thank you for wearing a suit in the middle of summer for this one bit.
This just in. A few nutjobs were reportedly seen in the woods throwing Madden for the Nintendo 3DS at a PNG. Seymour News reporting. God, I hate my job.
You know, I think this is fine. Getting rid of the border, it feels like a big step.
Also,
Originality
making this video
is
reminded me that
important.
Kiseki
Does that mean you
exists
have
as
to
a
go to
song.
extremes
Kiseki
such
is
as not
such a
letting yourself
fucking
use a
great
border
song.
or altering the
That
way you
plays in
write?
2 Pokemon games
No,
ever.
of course not. I only did it after being ordered to by a judge. For me, the bottom
Fun
line
fact,
has
that was an
always
empty
been
high
you're
school
right.
notebook.
If you're expressing your own
Fascinating.
thoughts and telling your own jokes, then I
This
think
is
you're
old
worthy
footage
of
from the
recognition
first
for it.
Smash Tournament
But
video.
at the same time, I think it's worth asking.
We're gonna
Does
make a
something
second
add
one,
to
by
your
the way.
videos? The pink border was cool, but it really added nothing of value to my videos. It was there because, I don't know, I guess it's easier than putting a watermark over videos considering they can cover up HUD information and game footage, but realistically, there's
True.
no reason for it to be there.
True also.
It's time to finally choose a topic.
Why would
for
you
this
need a
video.
watermark?
It's
My
been a
videos
long
aren't
road,
funny enough for
including
people
a
to
court
steal
case
things
and a
from.
near execution by firing squad, but I think we've waited long enough. And I have just the thing for this. This
was a gimmick.
Camcorder Helper, a game I bought at the local Goodwill.
If I didn't
It's
buy
missing
this,
most
I
of the
still would have made
pieces
this
and the parts
video.
that make it, you know, a game.
But the cards did
the
help.
cards and the sound effects CD are still here, so we have all we need.
There are 4 types of cards
This was
here.
foreshadowing for
One-liners,
Seymour
which give you
News
a
being the
funny
main
line to
villain
say,
in
and which
season
according to the
4.
box are good as warm-ups.
I don't think the way the show is
Improv, which
structured,
is
there
pretty
could be a main villain, but
self-explanatory.
sure.
Sight and sound gags, because who
The
doesn't
main
love a
villain
good
of this
fart
video
joke?
is technically
And film
Mew
school,
3.
which according to the box has lots of artsy stuff for those who want to take their video skills a step further. I'll draw a one-liner card, a sight and sound gag, and a film school card, and hey, I'll even throw some improv in if it feels appropriate.
I'll
Let's see
show you
I
what.
get.
I'll tell you when the
Alright,
improv
so
bit
my
comes up,
one-liner
chat.
is smoke 'em if you got 'em. Guess I'm gonna have to take up smoking for this video.
That wasn't
For my
funny.
sight and sound gag, I got taunt a little person standing.
If
on
someone
your
wanted
head
to
with
steal your
track
border,
50
couldn't they just crop
cartoon
out
music.
the border? Yeah,
I'm
but
sure
that's
there's
more
no
than most
needless
people who are
connotation
stealing
that you're
shit
taking
want to
from
do.
that.
That's
and for
too
my
much
film
work.
school card, I got portray something very simple, mowing the lawn or walking to the store, as a very serious event. Was I not supposed to take this seriously before? Alright, so I've got my cards. Now I just gotta put them all together. Although, I think some extra help might be warranted here.
That's a part I kinda forgot to mention. If you're making videos, that doesn't have to be a one-man job. You can ask your friends to help you with shooting, or hell, even to co-star in your videos. Sure, scheduling can be a pain, but the worst someone can say is no, and if you're
Oh
not
my
taking
God.
it too serious...
I like that I showed this footage when I said scheduling is a pain, because this video, Jedi Fallen Order, the bit with Amber, took like a month to film. It was getting ridiculous at a point. It was also incredibly inconsistent because we had to film at like 4 different locations. Is
even
it
that
worth it?
response
You're
is
skipping ahead,
incredibly
chat.
unlikely.
Calm down.
This show couldn't exist without the help of my friends. Like Judge Your Opinions, or that Star Wars fan who wants to kill me whose name I've neglected to learn, or the Miami Christian Counseling Hotline, or that bailiff who tried to over-execute my border. And I don't ask them for help because I need the help, not all the time. Sometimes I just
technically
wanna
do
hang
need
out,
the help,
and this is a good
but-
enough reason.
And I feel like
I mean, it's this or pack.
me saying I just want to hang out and this is a good enough reason makes it sound like my friends wouldn't hang out with me if it wasn't for a video. That's not true. My friends are fucking awesome and I love them dearly. But the show genuinely wouldn't exist without their support.
Pac-Man Fever, and believe it or not everyone loves Pac-Man Fever as much as I do. Making videos has meant so much to me.
It's
In
just I
general,
usually only
sure,
hang out with
but
friends when
I
I'm
mean
recording
more
videos
specifically
because
these
I'm
videos.
recording a lot of
They've
things.
been an outlet for me to talk about all this stupid bullshit that I care about, as well as a way for me to become more comfortable on camera and better at writing and editing, among other things. I wouldn't trade this for the world.
I
So
wouldn't.
without further ado, I am proud to present Walking to the Store -winterVA.
Pac-Man Fever is a top tier game. No, it's not.
Hi, I'm Winter, and I'm all out of Sweet Tarts Ropes candy.
True.
You know what they say?
I am.
Smoke 'em
I
if you
currently
got 'em.
am, too.
My doctor actually told me I should stop smoking Sweet Tarts Ropes because it's unhealthy.
By the way, this part of the video is intentionally
Impossible.
unfunny, so I hope everybody. I hope that point got across to everyone.
But I don't really trust doctors. Half the time I think they're just making up words. So I guess I have to take a walk to the store to resupply. It's kind of a long walk, though. Is it really worth it?
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Shout out to Big Gnome for making a cameo in this video just to say it's not worth it. Literally, their one line, and they were pleasant to work with. That guy is fucking awesome. If you haven't watched Big Gnome's videos, by the way, do it. Watch his videos because they're really, really good. You know, I'm not gonna like post a link here, but because I mean I could, I guess, but then I have to find the channel and get the link and everything. But if you do want to watch Big Gnome's videos, just look up Big Gnome or check the description of Make a Video winterVA because they're linked there. Their videos are really good and I highly recommend them. They're an amazing person for being willing to show up just to say it's not worth it.
Well, that settles it. I'm going just to spite you, little person who's on my hand for some reason.
I have been out here.
Aiden is in the background again.
That is entirely a you problem. My plans to kill you may have been foiled once before, but it doesn't mean I'm about trying again.
The music overpowers your voice there again. The line there is My plans to kill you may have been foiled once before, but that doesn't mean I'm above
Look,
trying again.
I'm just trying to go to the store. I do not need this.
Also,
on
my
plate
lines
right now.
here were recorded separately. This
It's a
was.
lot realer than last time. If you do your job,
I didn't do my job. It doesn't look that good.
I'll get mine. I'm fine.
Okay, so for this part, I was going to mask the lightsabers so they went behind the body like they do here. For me, you can see the blade is going behind my body. That music from Force Unleashed 2, it is. I need to use music from the Star Wars games because I won't get copyright striked for them. So here, you can see that I gave up on the masking. You can see Amber's blade over my arms, even though it's supposed to be behind them. That is because the worst happened. HitFilm crashed before I could save this part of the masking. So I just decided to give up entirely because masking is the worst part of doing these VFX. It takes forever. It's a pain in the ass. It's a ton of keyframing. You have a white lightsaber. It's actually pink. It's the exact color that I used for the border. Or at least that's what I put into HitFilm. Obviously, it's different because of the transparency and everything, but I believe the hex number is FFB7FF. So yeah, you can see it even more clearly there, actually, because after that, you can see the lightsaber is behind Amber's body, but you can see it in front. Yeah, it's just an unfortunate side effect of HitFilm still having trouble running on my current computer, even though it can run, which is more than I could say for my old one. And then the force push was just Amber's. Amber wanted to do it, which is fine.
Now I don't know what to do.
I mean, you can kill me. That's what you wanted, right?
Originally, yeah, but you'd be surprised what attending a funeral / execution would do to murderous intent.
True. If you've never been to a funeral / execution with someone who you want to murder, you should try it sometime. It'll really do some good things for your murderous intent towards that person.
So are you going to let me go?
Why'd I do that?
Well, I could really go for some Sweet Tarts ropes right now.
You know, you got him.
Exactly.
Exactly. So if you'll excuse me, I
have to
got to get going.
Oh, no you don't.
What if I give you a decoy while I go?
Like who?
Like this thing, of course.
It's not worth it, it's not worth it, it's not worth it, it's not worth it.
I couldn't even fade them in.
Exactly. It's just like me.
Oh, there I go, holding a different lightsaber because that was the one I was originally going to use, and then I lost it between the time these were filmed. This is actual footage of me running to Walgreens, by the way. I just, I brought my tripod, and I rode a scooter there, but then I'd stop occasionally just to get footage of me running. God, I'm bored. Me too. Shout out to the cashier for letting me film myself handing her a $20 bill for Sweet Tarts ropes that cost me maybe like $2.50. Shout out to that cashier. I didn't get her name, and I wish I did because I would have put her in the credits. But I went to Walgreens a few times after this. I didn't see her again, so I couldn't get her name. I wish I did, but yeah. Thank you to her for letting me film that, because I'm not sure if you're actually supposed to film in a Walgreens.
Man,
Gnome popped off with the voiceover. True.
this tastes like asbestos.
True. It doesn't actually. Those Sweet Tarts ropes actually tasted really good.
I say this with 100% certainty. That is without a doubt the worst experience I have ever had watching a video.
And?
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
The
It's
street
unique
number
enough,
for
but look,
Walgreens, that's fine.
Do never
a
never
Walgreens.
use that camcorder helper bullshit ever again. It's an affront to my religion.
Was it something
public-
I said?
Publicly
It
accessible
was
business.
Everything.
Also a major corporation.
Jeez, someone's not invited to my funeral.
The court finds you guilty of
Again,
hurting
shout
my
out to Aiden for
feelings,
filming all of this in one
making
sitting.
Bad video, and while being derivative, still making unique enough content to exist on your own. Court's adjourned.
It was Aiden's idea to just storm out of the room like
Hear
that.
that, commenters? I'm not a clone. So if I see one more comment about it, you're eating one of these next.
I highly recommend them, by the way. Sweet Tart syrups are really good. The rainbow one specifically. Yeah. Let's make a video. This was a project that I spent a good chunk of my time working on. These are... I don't know if these are all still YouTube memories, but... Which video is the comment by you three on? I don't remember, honestly. Yeah, this was my idea for the credits. It turned out weirdly, but I don't know. It's okay. Okay. This image of Cosmo. Not that, that's Aiden. This image of Cosmo, of him just laying on the floor, was originally going to be used in another idea I had for the season finale called Must Be Sus. It was about Among Us, and it was a murder mystery. And I read the script in another LEGO Star Wars stream, coincidentally, but unfortunately it was never meant to be. My computer died and I lost pretty much any motivation to make it afterwards. I could recover some of it now, but, you know, there's no way the video is being finished now because I don't want to make it. But, yeah, I'm glad this is what came out as a season finale instead, but this is what this image was going to be used for, because Cosmo was going to be the narrator in that video, and then the joke was going to be that the first death was the narrator. So I'd look down, and then this image of Cosmo would be there, and I'd say, "Not the narrator!" And it would be really funny.
It's not worth it, it's not worth it, it's not...
Yeah. So that's it for the winterVA show season 1, too. Obviously, thank you to Aiden for being cancelled, Weston and Willow for also being cancelled, Amber for being the Poncho Hater in Jedi Fallen Order, Aiden, that one guy, Akira76, Autotech, Lucas Cosmo, Conrad Cardfrogs, Fimbers, Frosty, and Amanda Weezershire Breadshop for being in Pokemon Generation 1, Aiden for being the phone guy in Mario Sunshine, Abby for being the Miami High Christian Counseling Hotline and Favorite Games, Astrid for being the narrator in Channel Trailer, Misty for being God in Christian Video Games, Aiden, that one guy, Akira76, Autotech, Lucas Cosmo, Conrad Cardfrog, Fimbers, Frosty, Amanda Weezershire Breadshot for being in Pokemon Gen 2, and Astrid, Misty, myself, Amber, Abby, Aiden, Cosmo, and Gnome for being in Make a Video, and Glitch X City for this remix of Joda Gameplay. Okay. And the winterVA show will return. It's true. Yeah. That's the video. That 2 guy. Tog, if you ever start making videos, you gotta have a second channel called That 2 Guy. But, yeah. I'm very, very happy with how this video came out. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever made. It was very satisfying to actually get it out, because this took like almost 2 or 3 months of time to make, and it was just, I don't know, it was like a weight being lifted off my chest to have it finally uploaded and available. Yeah. I'm very happy with it. It was a good video. It's one of my favorites, and I'm happy with how it turned out.